Eastchester Board of Fire Commissioners July meeting. This is an early morning meeting. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, but in the summertime we usually don't have meetings, and we're just trying to get a meeting together to pay the bills. So let's have a pledge of allegiance to the flag, and then we'll call the meeting to order.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, can I get a, no, we leave it open. Can I get a motion to call the meeting to order?
I'll make the motion.
Corey, and a second? Second. Peter, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we should go into executive session on some personnel issues to be chatted with, and then when we come out, we need to pay the bills and talk about the Tuckahoe construction project and how well that's moving along and all the efforts that are being made to move it well. So,
Can we go in executive session after the bills?
we probably should go in first. We may have, I just want to bring up some issues.
Okay.
We'll look for a motion to go into executive session. Do we have that motion?
So moved.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So we'll go to executive session.
All right, we'll be right back.
Okay, I'm looking for a motion to come back out of executive
So
session.
be it.
Anthony, Mr. Laurie.
Second.
Seconded by Peter Inkledon. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so now we're all here for the July meeting of the Eastchester Board of Fire Commissioners. It's an early morning meeting. One of the things we've got done this month, which was a job that worked out quite well, was the Tuckahoe Firehouse rehabilitation of the ramp and interior floor. Commissioner Inkledon will explain the progress he made with the Assistant Chief, was on top of this project literally every day, writing up memos, and Commissioner Laurie was down there pretty much every day, and between the three of them, we have an excellent project. So, Peter?
Sure. I figured for the benefit of everyone watching, I would just quickly go through what the project scope included, what we actually did at that house. So, starting with the removal and replacement of approximately 95% of the apparatus floor, including all areas in which the ladder and engine trucks sit. New floor is 9 inches thick, and it's steel mesh reinforced concrete. We also removed and replaced all the plumbing and electrical on the sections of the floor that we replaced. We installed new 3-foot by 3-foot by 3-foot catch basin drain systems to replace the existing drain systems, which were inadequate and often needed maintenance and repair. We removed and replaced the exterior ramp and sidewalk from the western property line to the eastern line, extending north on the eastern side of the building by approximately 30 feet. The new ramp is 7 inches thick and it's steel mesh reinforced concrete. We removed and replaced the existing drain lines under the ramp and sidewalk. We relocated the electrical access panel from the ramp to the sidewalk. We installed a precast storm drain and catch basin and trench drain on the eastern side of the house to handle all storm water that was coming down. Basically the ground is sloped on that side of the house, and now no water will rush up against the house. We installed steel face concrete curbing, and we will be installing an epoxy coating on the apparatus floor. As of Wednesday afternoon, the work was substantially complete. The only remaining item, which was part of the original plan,
This is not a test. This is the,
You guys by Cinematic 1 Engine 30, number 1 Washington Street, between Union Place and the dead end, a first floor apartment. 56-year-old female, difficulty breathing. Evac 57 Medic 1 Engine 30, number 1 Washington Street, between Union Place and the dead end, first floor apartment in Tuckahoe. 56-year-old female, difficulty breathing. 850-672.
we're at the firehouse this morning, so the sound you hear is the paging system, the dispatch system.
Call to service.
Call to service. Thank you. Peter, go
Yep.
ahead.
So the only item that has not been completed to this date is the epoxy floor coating. That coating cannot be applied until the concrete has sufficiently cured, which based on the pour dates on the inside of the house will be sometime around July 22nd. That process takes about 4 to 5 days, and then there's a 4 to 5 day cure period after that before we can put the apparatus back in the house. So we're actually hoping by very early August that house will be up and running. There's one other item that the board is considering at this time, which perhaps we can discuss now, which is the painting of the ceiling in the main floor. The ceiling has considerable peeling and fading. It's in need of a paint job. Because of the age of the building, there probably is some lead coats of paint that were applied at, in the earlier years of the building. So we have been gathering estimates from qualified painting contractors dealing specifically with lead abatement to give us estimates, which we're going to collect 3 and we'll review, and then the board is going to decide if that's something we want to move forward with while the house is empty.
Okay. One of the key points here is the house has been, is right now out of service while we do the floor this summer. There's a cure period, as Peter said, of roughly a month for the cement to dry before we can put apparatus on it. So that's opened up a window for us to do other work in the house, and we think the ceiling is probably appropriate at this point in time. Assistant Chief Stupple is here, and I think we need to thank the Assistant Chief for his time and dedication down there. He was pretty much there every day, supplying the board with daily summaries of the work progress and pointing out ownership responsibility issues that the contractor would to make sure that we were getting what we were supposed to be getting in the night. Chief, do you have any comments?
No, I thought the process went very well. The contractor was magnificent in his care and his workmanship, and I think that it was a large amount of time I spent down there, but we were able to troubleshoot with the cooperation of the commissioners. Anything that came up, it was expediently dealt with, and you got the super quality control between his workmanship and Commissioner Laurie there and my being there for basically every structural process. So we know that those plans were followed to the T. There's been no variation.
And I think, like Ralph mentioned, Commissioner Laurie was there almost every day as well. And really helped out on the project, making sure things were moving smoothly on schedule.
Right, and we also got cooperation from the village on a number of issues with their inspector going back and forth.
And also, we were able to schedule a couple of face-to-faces with the contractor and the engineer, and we made some slight revisions to elevations and planes, which should give us slightly better clearance with the vehicles backing through the doorways. So I think, like I said, I think it went well, and the contingencies that arose during the process were dealt with quickly and efficiently and economically. So we are literally 2 weeks early.
Okay. So, thank you, Ralph. All good. So let's talk about the resolution, and then if you need to run, Anthony, we can run before we pay the bills, and we'll be good. So the board desires to have the ceiling of the Tuckahoe Fire Station refinished while the station is out of service. The board anticipates the cost will not exceed the fire district's procurement policy for an RFP bid requirement. Therefore, the board, by this resolution, authorizes the chairman and/or Chief Brogan to retain a firm to refinish the ceiling, provided at least 3 quotes have been received. Was that,
Yes.
does that work?
Yep, I'll make that motion.
Peter?
Second it.
Thank you, Mr. Laurie seconding it. And I'll hold the board.
Aye.
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 Aye. All in favor? And the motion passes. So we get 2 more quotes. I think we have 1 quote now. We have possibly 2 quotes coming in. We'll get 3 quotes, and we can get somebody to do it in the next 3 weeks. We'll get that ceiling cleaned
Yeah,
up.
I have a request into Alpine Painting in New Jersey, and through some people that we know that are very qualified in the industry, have asked for referrals for companies that have experience and the certifications in this work. So
Okay.
hopefully we'll get that.
Should we go-
I don't, Commissioner Winters, I don't mean to interrupt, but I do have to run, and I just want 2 things I want to mention before I leave. Just one correction on the previous minutes. We said we were closing the meeting last month in honor of Robert Murray, a Medal of Honor winner. He was a Vietnam vet, not a Korean vet.
Okay, I'll make the
Okay.
adjustment.
And the second thing I just have to mention to the board, I could read it if you want. We got an invitation from the Board of Fire Commissioners from Purchase. It said, "Attention Commissioner Laurie, I would like to invite the members of your board to the next meeting of the Association of Fire Districts of Westchester County. The meeting is being held at the Purchase Fire Department, location 614 Anderson Hill Road in Purchase. The meeting starts at 7 with a light dinner. The date is July 22nd, 2015. The meetings usually are less than an hour if there are no presentations or guest speakers. The meetings are scheduled for the fourth Wednesday of every month at a different fire district. The August meeting will be in the Bedford Firehouse, and you are invited there also. Sincerely, Albert Mignon, Chairman of the Purchase Board of Fire Commissioners, with his phone number. And this commissioner is also the fire marshal or fire inspector in Scarsdale. So he's invited us all. I'm free that evening. I'm planning on attending. That's July 22nd. So the invitation is open to all of us. If you want, I will attend if anyone else wants to attend. And if we learn something new from everybody, we could share it.
Well, thank you.
And I'll have to ask to be excused.
Well, before you run out the door, I
Yes.
got one thing to do.
Sure.
You attended the June 20th meeting of the Board of Fire Commissioners where we had a set of minutes. It was just yourself, Peter, and
Oh,
Jerry.
yes, yes.
So we need a motion to approve those minutes. So-
I make the motion.
And
Second.
second, I'm abstaining.
Aye.
Aye. And
Aye.
Okay, so we'll approve those minutes with the two.
No, with corrections.
With no corrections.
No, with corrections.
That was the June 20th.
That was the June 20th.
Ah, all right.
Okay.
Because we had Korean and what she was a Vietnam veteran.
Well, that was on the, that's on the June 20th. That
Right.
was June 20th.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a second set of minutes we need to approve on the June 4th, where I need to make the correction.
Okay, I follow you, I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'll make that correction on the June 4th. With that correction said, I look for a motion, I'll make a motion to adopt the June 4th minutes.
I'll second it.
And all in favor, Peter, you'll abstain probably. Aye,
Aye.
Aye.
and Peter will abstain. So those two sets of minutes are done.
Steven.
And
We'll see you in August, September.
no, you'll see me, I'm here all,
No, but I'm saying, do we have a meeting in August?
we're
try to.
probably gonna have a meeting in August, we'll probably we'll do an early morning
Okay.
meeting that fits our
No problem.
schedule if we need one.
If it's possible, try not to schedule for Friday, so I won't run out.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen, have
Thank
a
you.
nice
Thank
holiday.
you, Anthony, for
Drive
making it.
safe.
Second call.
Third.
Third.
66231 Tower Ladder 17 across from 162. That's 162 Hillburn Road between Antel Drive and Antel Drive in Eastchester for a sparking sound from the transformer.
Oh.
And 231 Tower Ladder 17 across from 162 Hillburn Road, Eastchester, a sparking sound coming from the transformer. 66586.
Okay, so let's move on to the next set of business, is the treasury's report. John Malazari supplied his treasury report like he usually does. It's approximately 30 pages. Bank reconciliation, everything's available, and it's been emailed to the board. I went through it, it looks fine. We have two sets of bills to approve tonight, or it's this morning.
You have to make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
No, we don't usually approve the treasury report.
Some boards online do, that's why I was confused for a second.
So we're going through the bills right now. Other business we have to think about, we have the budget coming up for 2016, where our budget will start, process will start in August. We'll meet in September to go over the budget, with probably a meeting in late September and a meeting early August. We have the fire district election, which will be December this year. We've had discouraging news there. The bill that fire district's been pushing for got stalled in the New York State Senate. It never went to the Senate floor for whatever political reasons going to go happen in Albany, because, you know, they've had two of their leaders indicted, and they got a new leader now, and things don't seem to get processed so quickly. And for whatever reason, that bill never made it to the floor. I have to thank Mary Marvin in Bronxville made phone calls. I know residents made phone calls. We've had emails go out where a bunch of Eastchester residents made phone calls directly to the senator on Long Island's office with no give. He was unwilling to move the bill. This all comes about because Westchester County Board of Elections refuses to put us on the ballot, even though New York State law signed by the governor allows our election to be on the ballot, and we could put it on the November ballot if the Westchester County Board of Elections was willing to do that, but the Westchester County Board of Elections has refused to do it. There's been several articles in the Journal News about the Westchester County Board of Elections, the two people running it. If anybody hasn't seen those articles, maybe they want to look at them. It really raises serious questions about the management of Westchester County Board of Elections. It's really unfortunate the taxpayers have to put up a whole separate election just because of the political stalemate between Westchester County Board of Elections and the New York State Senate. So,
And for the record, it's two people who are doing this, correct?
two people at Westchester County Board of Elections, so people understand how this works. The Westchester County Legislature appoints the Westchester County Board of Elections, the Republican head and the Democratic head. In Westchester's case is fairly unique. They pick the head of the Republican Party and the head of the Democratic Party to be the head of the Westchester County Board of Elections, which is a job that pays about $150,000 a year. In the Republican's case, he also runs a printing business, according to these news articles, where he prints a lot of literature, and some of it even for the people who vote on his appointment at Westchester County Board of Elections. So Westchester County legislators. So you'll have your Westchester County legislators, some of them, hiring the same guy they're voting for to print their political mailings. And this side business, according to the Journal News, is about a $4 million enterprise in the last several years. And that's the guy who's holding up our ability to run a November election. So it's a horrible quagmire. And you would kind of hope that, the people who have authority to go police these things would police it a little more closely, but they seem not to. So that's where we are, and we'll try to keep on pushing forward next year. And when the new legislative season happens, we'll try over again. But that's what we deal with. So, yeah, I need a motion to pay. We have two sets of vouchers, right?
Yep.
Okay. And we've also, I need the voucher cover sheets. We're also going to have an award ceremony in October, and hopefully the chief is making progress on getting that award ceremony together. Assistant Chief Stuffle, do we have anything for today's meeting other than the technical project?
Offhand, I can't think of anything. Something out of order. We have two pieces of apparatus with repair shop in Rockland being tended to. That's about it.
Okay.
Summers are good, they're slow. Gary?
Okay, so we have two sets of bills to pay.
I reviewed these already, they got mixed back in.
One is the June 24th set of warrants. The total for the June 24th set of warrants is $619,549.59. So $619,549.19. That's on the June 24th warrants. Do I have a motion to pay those?
Motion to pay the bills.
I'll second it.
So it's Jerry, Stephen, all in favor?
Aye.
Is it this set of bills?
This one here. You got it?
Yeah, okay, yes, aye.
Okay. So motion carries. We have another set of bills to pay.
That's for this.
Yeah.
Give me 30 seconds.
We have, these are July 8th warrants. Total includes $77,799.29. Again, $77,799.29. And so look for a motion to pay those bills.
Yeah.
And that was less.
Motion to pay the bills for $77,799.29.
And that's seconded by Peter, hopefully. No, by Stephen.
Second.
Second by Stephen.
Stephen. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Aye.
Aye.
That's this.
Now, as far as, other topics of business. And I think that's our agenda for the evening. There's no public,
For the morning.
for the morning and evening. I keep on saying evening, it's morning. It's very early in the morning. And that's good. If I can't think of anything else. Any board member comments?
No.
Nope.
Nope. The only comment I'll have is that things are progressing. We got the Tuckahoe Firehouse moving along at a pretty good clip with no hang-up so far. We're about to execute a contract with FSI, engineering firm, for the Chester Heights Firehouse. They are going to be doing an assessment, a phase 1 assessment of the building and the building plant and the infrastructure to see what needs to be done to bring that building back up to current standards. Peter and I have been, Peter particularly has been very involved working on that, and the timing of that will come about just as this Tuckahoe project's finishing, and we'll move down to the Chester Heights Firehouse and see how much progress we made there. The Chester Heights will be a more complicated, that's probably going to be a year-long process, and yeah, it should be, and hopefully we can get that firehouse back to its a higher level state than it is today.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll start work on the facilities condition assessment and the master plan in August, finish by early fall. At that point, we'll review the recommendations, and if we need to do work, which I'm fairly certain we're going to need to, hopefully we can do what needs to be done to put things out for bid in March or April of next year and get some of the work done next summer, 2016. So that would be the theoretical timeline.
Yeah, and yeah, that's going to be an extensive project. The public's going to need to be involved in it because it's going to be, they need to see exactly what's going to happen there. And
Yeah, we might have to make, it might require a bond, most likely.
it might require a bond issue, but we'll know more after the phase 1 assessment is done. And basically all good on our front.
Yep.
Okay, so motion to close the meeting.
Make a motion to close the meeting?
Second.
Second.
All in
Aye.
favor? Aye. Thank you for watching.